think some of the most beautiful women in the world are Black African women, and I think I might be biased because I'm one of them, but hey, that's my opinion anyway. Because in this race you find women of all shapes, sizes, color, and just beauty in different manifestations. I don't think you find this anywhere else but in the Black race. All right, and I will speak in the context of Africa because I'm an African. For centuries, African women have been celebrated in different ways based on beauty standards that seek to liberate and empower African women based on their natural essence. And some of these beauty standards actually vary from culture to culture, from ethnicity to ethnicity, sometimes from even religious inclinations, and all of that. But by and large, the beauty standards for African women in Africa usually are liberating and empowering. All right, but over the centuries, as we've had contact with Europeans and with the globalization, now the world has become a global village. The beauty standards have sort of been skewed and set by European powers and powers that are not necessarily African. So now the African woman, tend to seek validation and to subscribe to the Eurocentric beauty standard as a way of finding validation for herself and enforcing herself as a beautiful woman. But I think that that position is gradually being challenged and is being shifted, and that's what we are going to discuss in this video today. So you're welcome. If you're coming by for the first time, you're welcome as well. I'm Virtue Grace, the African Storyteller. If you've not subscribed, click on that subscribe button, do all the good things, share this video, all right? And yeah, welcome. So like I was saying, this video is prompted by what happened recently in Ivory Coast. So reportedly, Ivory Coast has banned all beauty queens from participating in the Miss Ivory Coast beauty pageant with hairs that look like this one I'm putting on. You guys, I bet you've seen me with this like almost for the first time on this channel, right? So if I were going to participate in Miss Ivory Coast beauty pageant and I was going to appear like this, then this is going to be a no-no. This is a recent development, that has reportedly happened. So now Ivory Coast is saying if you are going to participate in our beauty pageant, you have to wear out your hair natural, either cornrows, afro, just any style that subscribe to the African beauty standards, wearing out your hair naturally as it is, or as African women usually would style their hair, not weaves, not extensions. So before now, participating in pageants across Africa have always been open and at the discretion of the participants or the pageant queens to style themselves or to wear their hairs out however they wanted. So you could wear weaves, you could wear extensions, you could go in bald headed, you could go in with your African, natural hair and all of that. And Ivory Coast was no exception. We've had a lot of incredibly beautiful Miss Ivory Coast, and in my opinion, Ivory Coast women are so beautiful. I think some of the most beautiful, top 10 most beautiful women in Africa, Ivorian women. Oh my goodness. Have you seen them, guys? Just go online, check Ivorian women, Ivory Coast women. You see what I'm talking about. They are so beautiful. Guys, I have a puppy that is disturbing me. So before now, you could wear your hair however you wanted. And I've seen the past Miss Ivory Coast women wearing their hairs out in weaves, extensions, on bald and all of that. But now it is mandatory that before you contest, you have to style your hair the way that celebrates the Black or African natural hair. And this has been greeted by a lot of reactions by many people. Let me share my opinion, okay? I think that this is a welcome development and it's quite liberating because, like I said in my opening monologue, African women have been made to subscribe to European beauty standards for a long time now, and this costs a lot of money, and in my opinion, it also sort of reeks of low self-esteem or seeking validation from external forces. So these hairs, for instance, are very expensive. Mine, maybe not so much, but affording to buy some of these hairs now is very, very expensive, and it's like a multi-million dollar industry across Africa, going into these sort of businesses, and it takes a lot of dollars, it takes a lot of monies away from the pockets of African women. But it also empowers or enriches the women or men who do this business of selling hair extensions for black women, African women. But now it also comes its own disadvantages, where people have to do everything and anything to be able to afford these hairs. And I mean, that is at the discretion of individuals. I'm not here to speak on that or judge anyone, but if you are going to celebrate a pageant like Miss Ivory Coast, which is essentially an African country, and you are celebrating the beautiful women there, because the queen emerges as a representation of the rest of the country, including the women. So I think it's liberating and empowering to see someone who looks like you, who celebrates your essence, who celebrates your natural beauty as a woman of that country or Africa as a whole. So it's a welcome development. I mean, on the other hand, basically, I think that it now boils down to a question of choice, because now you take away from that woman the power to choose for herself however she wants to appear or style herself. Now it seems like going back some steps backwards to when women could not really choose for themselves. I mean, we've come a long way, and that has also been like the debate or the conversation across board. So people of the opinion that, yeah, it is a welcome development. Let's celebrate our Afrocentric beauty and stick to our Afrocentric beauty standards, while some of the opinion that you are taking away from the women the right and the powers to choose. But in my opinion, like I said earlier, a pageant that seeks to celebrate, African women, be it in Ivory Coast, in Nigeria, in Ghana, anywhere else, should celebrate the African woman that appears or embodies the beauty and the standards that Africa celebrates as a people, as a continent, because the truth is African women, like I said, are very beautiful, and our hair is beautiful. And this move centralizes the conversation about African women's hairs. I mean, I'm sitting here now putting on a wig that I used money to buy, not because I can't wear my hair out, but I feel like I have cornrows under this, right? And I feel like somehow my cornrows are sort of rough now, so I can't wear my cornrows out, okay? But other people do not do that, even when their hair is rough. And when I talk of other people, European women, even when their hair is rough, they wear it out. It's their hair regardless. And yes, I know that some European women also wear extensions, but the extensions basically still look like their own hair, all right? But in our own case, we have to wear extensions that tilt us towards the standards that have been set for us. We have a companion. This puppy, I just got him, right? His name is Kobe, and he's disturbing me here behind the scenes, so I just had to show him. Kobe, say hi. Say hi. All right, so now back to what I was saying. Now we seem to wear these hairs that seek to tilt us towards the standards that have been set for us, and in a way to find validation or acceptance. But in my opinion, African hair is beautiful, and we should wear it and encourage the conversation around wearing and styling our African hair in its natural essence, because it is beautiful, because it is validating, it's empowering and liberating at the same time. Yeah, but yeah, that's the news coming from Ivory Coast. What do you guys think? Do you think it's something that should be, replicated across African countries when it comes to like participating in beauty pageants? I mean, in the just concluded Miss Universe, I saw some participants, especially I think Miss Congo, Miss DR Congo. She was there at the pageant wearing her natural crown, I mean her natural hair, in the pageant, and it was so beautiful. I've seen, I think, Miss Universe South Africa at one point. The lady who won was on low cut. I mean, Ambani Darego that won Miss World at some point, I think she also wore her hair natural. So we've seen many participants in beauty pageants across different pageants representing African countries, or just black women in those pageants, wear their hair out naturally, and they're just as beautiful and as gorgeous as their European counterparts who wear their hair out in its natural form as well. So I think this is a conversation that we should encourage across board. And what do you guys think? Like I said, drop a comment. I like to know. Okay, what do you think about this news from Ivory Coast? Do you think it's a good move, or do you think it's stifling women's freedom and power to choose? All right, drop a comment. Let me know. If you've not subscribed, guys, click on that subscribe button. Drop a comment, like this video, share it. I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, healthy, be law abiding. I'm Virtue Grace, the African storyteller. Bye. Kobe, say bye. Say bye. Mwah.